Welcome back, fellow coders. Jared O'Leary here with BootUp. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make sprites talk in your interactive digital artifact. So, for example, maybe I'm doing an interactive tough eagle from Fort Washakie. So when I click on different parts of the eagle, it tells you different stuff. Like if I click on FW, it tells you something different than if I click on the hands. I don't know. That's up to you. Okay, so I just want to make it so that the tough eagle will actually talk. So I'm going to duplicate this particular costume, just like before. I'm going to make it go to 0, 0. I'm going to make it go to the front. And 0, 0. When I press the green flag, so that way it's on top. Just a quick review from before. And that's great. But now I want to make it so that my costume is just the head. So I'm going to select everything else and delete it. And make it so that we have just the head right here. Sweet. Okay, so I actually want to have two different costumes for this. One with a closed mouth and another with an open mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and call this closed mouth. Change the costume for it. And I'm going to right click and duplicate to make a copy of this. Now I'm going to call this one open mouth. And I'm going to use this select tool to highlight right here. And then just drag this down to kind of open up the mouth of the tough eagle. Now what I can do is actually fill in this space with black, like this. Okay, this looks a little weird because it's just like a black bar over the mouth. So I can actually make this look a little bit better by using a paintbrush and kind of drawing around the outline of the mouth like this. So it actually has some curve to it. It makes it look like the mouth can open and close. Okay, pretty cool, right? So now we actually need to add in some code to make it do something. So we go back into our code tab and we go down into here. And we can make it so that, like, let's say when I click the green flag, we're going to have it say something and then kind of switch between the costumes. Now I'm going to use a say block that doesn't have a time on it. So I'm going to say, don't touch my face. And then I'm going to use the same say block and make it say nothing. Now, here's why. I want to add some code in between here that's going to make it so that the sprites move its mouth, and then it'll say nothing. So it's going to do this. So we say, don't touch my face, and then it actually says nothing right here at the very end. Okay, so the code to actually make it so that the sprite changes is we're going to say, I don't know, do this 20 times. We're going to have it just go to the next costume. So it only has two costumes, so we can just say switch between them by going to the next costume and then waiting a little bit. And this will make it so that the mouth moves like this. So when we combine all of these blocks together, it's going to start saying don't touch my face. It's going to then move the mouth open and close by switching to the next costume, and then it's going to say nothing, which will make this go blank. Okay, now I want to make sure it actually ends with the mouth closed because we don't want it to say don't touch my face and then it's just like, because that'd be a little weird, at least in my opinion. So I just want to make sure at the very end it ends with a closed mouth. So now we open up our project. I'm clicking everywhere and nothing's happening, but when I click on the face, on the hidden button, it says don't touch my face, and it moves the mouth up and down. Now, by the way, you'll notice that the text is over here. And the reason why is because the costume for this is pretty wide. So it's putting the text box because it thinks, oh, this is still part of the mouth. Well, no, it's not. So we can actually get rid of that by clicking on the paintbrush and then going to the fill with delete. And so now when I delete these edges right here, it should make it so that our code appears right by the mouth. Okay, so it's a lot closer to the face than when it was way over here. All right, so that is how you can make a sprite talk in your interactive digital artifact using the paint editor and the code blocks that I just showed you. Oh, and one more quick tip. By the way, if you want to get extra fancy, you can go into the operators and you can pick a random, like 0.1 to 0.3. And now when you move it, the mouth won't open and close like a robot. It's going to wait a little bit, sometimes open, sometimes it's going to close a little bit longer, etc. So now let's take a look at it. Okay, so now it's different for how long it waits in between each one of those. So there's a little pro tip for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let us know something that you learned or created in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe, like, and check out the links in the description for even more free resources, such as videos, free lesson plans, and our podcast.